So why work hard and carry all of those from the driveway, 150 feet over to the area where we're putting them in the buckets. Now watch out. Get back. So I am this close to going out and getting some sort of a big grain bin of some kind that I have to pull with a trailer or something, because I'm tired of lugging these 50-pound bags. I'd much rather get something that will deliver a huge amount of feed. You can see I got my little helper today, Jackson. Jackson is big and strong. Show him your muscles. Whoa. Whoa. Jackson's our youngest boy, right? You don't have any little brothers, do you? Oh, good. There's none. That's not a hint. But I wanted to talk about, I'm going to kind of hit on two things today. One, how we do our food for our chickens, and how we do our food for the ducks and geese. And yeah, not the actual feeding of them, you guys have seen that, but just going over like how we mix it. So we buy right now the bags of food. So we get a bag of scratch grains, and we get a bag of layer feed, because obviously they're layer chickens, and that is what we mix 50-50 into our chicken grain bin. So this is for the chickens. The turkeys end up eating it too. The turkeys get a lot of their protein from bugs, and they eat a lot of grass, so the chickens don't as much. They'll eat the bugs but not the grass. For our ducks though,
Daddy, I'm gonna be right back.
You can be right back?
Yeah.
All right. Don't know where he's going. He gonna be right back. So we get an all flock. So this is gonna be a higher protein count. Got my head in a bush here in a tree. So this will be a much higher protein count than the layer feed. That's what we feed the ducks and the geese, but we mix that 50-50 with the layer feed to help it go further, because it's more expensive. But we do that because we keep costs down. It's like $15-16 for a 50-pound bag of the all flock, and they get real expensive real quick, because the ducks and the geese especially, eat a ton of food. They're just big old fatties, which is good because we're gonna have a Christmas goose this year. This is the layer crumble, which we got pellets, not crumbles. Of this food we just mixed, I have little bits left over in the bag that didn't fit in, so I'm going to actually use that to feed them today, and then we'll start dipping into this tomorrow. All right, let's go feed these birds.
Daddy, what do we have to feed?
The chicken food and turkey food. Yes, which is going in the big bucket. The chicken and turkey food. Birds. Birds. I don't think the geese like that little camera I have in there right now. They are a little excitable. All right, birdies. All right. Yeah. All right. Watch out, birds. Sorry, turkey. Just wait for me, sweet pea. Whoops. So, I tend to, I don't know if anyone notices, I put all the food in a line, and the reason I do that is just so it's more spread out than just one big pile. That way they don't all fight and peck at each other to get the food. Instead, they just eat it. So, but yeah. So I wanted to, obviously we've got a lot of animals that we've raised on our farm. We've got chickens, ducks, geese, turkeys. This turkey's following me. Two, all of them are. Watch out. A lot of the simpler ones that people will normally, I think, try and raise, I think are chickens or ducks, at least in my experience. That's kind of the base two, like the easy two. Turkeys are known to be notoriously hard because when they're young, when they're poults, a week or two old, they're so easy to kill. They just, any mild change in temperature, they die. Geese, a lot of people don't have room or want geese. That's understandable. Chickens and ducks. We have raised chickens like 6 or 7 years ago. So our first chickens, we had like 8 or 10 egg layers, and we've learned a lot in that time frame. So here we are, you know, roughly, I'd say at least 7 to 8 years later. And we've kind of perfected our system that works for us, having a small mobile coop, having the fencing that we can move around and give them fresh grass. They require less feed when you do that because they eat some of the grass, but they eat the bugs on the grass. And then we always give our scraps. So any vegetable scraps, you cut the tops off of tomatoes, zucchini, you got fruit with bad spots or vegetables with bad spots, not mold. So you don't want to feed them moldy, rotted food, but just stuff where it's like, I don't want to eat this. And instead of cutting it out and throwing it away, instead you cut it out, you put it in a bucket, and every day when you come out, you throw the bucket of scraps for your chickens. And they love it. It's delicious for them. They eat it. They get to scratch and peck at it and do what chickens normally do. They get to live their best life. Ducks, I think, are just as easy, but they're a lot messier. The big difference is they require way more water, and depending on if they are meat or egg-laying ducks, they require a higher protein content in their food than, say, chickens would. Meat chickens, of course, are a higher protein. You want to give them a high protein count food. So with our egg layers, again, care's easy. They go every night. They go back into their little mobile coop here. That's this guy that we built. You guys have seen it before. We can move that around inside here to keep their mess spread around, help fertilize and get all the good nitrogen into the soil. The ducks, again, they can be a little louder quacking, but they love splashing in water. I think they're a lot more fun to actually sit out and watch because they play in the water, they interact. We don't really feed them the scraps, although you can. They eat a lot of the vegetable scraps. Let me see, what else am I missing? I don't know. I think that's it. That's all I can think of right now. Ducks are, in our experience, less likely to learn to fly and to fly out of the pen. Our chickens, we struggle with that all the time. Almost every day we get at least a chicken, if not a turkey, outside of the fence, and we have to come out and get it back inside. So, oh my goodness, that breeze. Oh, it feels so good. I don't know if you guys can tell, I am just dripping, drenched with sweat. It's hot. Yes.
I did that. Okay.
Is that what the turkey says? Jack, you want to show the egg?
It's a panda egg.
No, actually that's an Americana egg. So this is an Americana here.
Daddy, I'm a Honda.
The gray ones and over there, those are Americanas too.
So the white
Yeah, it's an Americana. But yes, they're green, which is fun. We always joke about, hey, when we had our pork, we had leftover ham and we were having eggs for breakfast with it one morning, and it was the green eggs, and the kids got a kick out of it because I said, hey, we're eating green eggs and ham. And we were. All right, anything else, guys? I miss anything? What should they do if they like the video? Subscribe. You're close. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification. That way when we do put new videos out, which is every weekend now, share the video. Actually, that has helped us out. I've noticed on ones where I've asked you guys to share the video, and I've been so thankful because we've gone probably over double the views on those videos when I ask. So I ask again, if you guys like the video, please share it. Share it with a friend, somebody you think might like the channel. 1 second, Bubba. I'm almost done. Well, what do you need?
We don't go back to the house.